Hey there, so I realized I need to rename a lot of images in a certain folder, and there is a bunch, and I don't want to do it manually. So I thought I would bring you along as I am going to create an AppScript function, just a one-off function to do that inside of my folder. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab the folder ID, and I'm just going to name my function renameImages. And I'm just going to walk you through my process, how I would build this. So I'm going to first define the folder. Define files variable. And then I'm going to loop through the files. And this actually is a Boolean hasNext. Okay, and so since I know that every file in here is going to be a image, except for this AppScript file, let's just go ahead and do this. We'll grab the ID of this AppScript file and make sure that oh, I made a typo. Files.next. That's why it's not giving me the option. I like to double check the methods and make sure that it pops up. Okay, so file.getId. Use that. We're just going to continue. Okay, otherwise we know that all of the files are going to be images, and so for our very first move, let's log out the ID. Actually, let's get the name and let's log this out. We'll run this and do the permissions, and then we'll see what we got. Beautiful. And then I'm also going to want to see that ID to make sure that this ID, matches what I think the ID of the file is, of this AppScript file, which I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it matches. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna remove that. We're still gonna keep this log. And so what I'm gonna do down here, let's actually move this log down here and tidy that up a little bit. Next, I'm going to rename each of the images to something. Let's add an iterator. At the end of our loop, we're just going to increase our iterator by 1. And I'm just going to add that now so I don't forget, because I have done that before. And so let's do this, file.setName, and then this new name is going to be image. And I do want to add something a little bit extra here. I want to name these something a little bit different. So, okay, let's do something fancy like this. If iter modulus 5, so every fifth one, we're going to do a bit of a different name. Yeah, we can do it this way. We'll say image underscore promo. Beautiful. And then we'll copy and paste this, and we'll say for every 8th one, we'll do a normal image title. And then for every 11th one, we're going to add a little bit different name here, hero. And so we're just going to reset the names like that. And let's run this, and we'll just see the beauty in action. And I realized I made a mistake here, so sometimes that happens. I didn't make any conditional statement for when there is not a modulus of 5, 8, 11 equal to 0. I don't have a fallback, don't have a default action. So for default, we're just going to do something like that. That's going to be the default. Okay, now we can run this again, and hopefully we're going to see more of these get renamed. So as it goes, yeah, we can see these didn't get renamed because these were not the 5th, 8th, or 11th loop through using our iterator. So a lot of them got missed. So some of them got renamed, but some of them didn't. So let's check it out on this side. Okay, cool. And this is exactly what I wanted to do. So now with AppScript, I did that pretty easily. It did not take too much, 20 lines of code. And anytime I want to rename and just mass rename all of these, I can do that. So this is kind of nice. Perfect. All right, thanks for coming along with this rapid fire tutorial. Hope that it helped with your projects. Okay, I'll see you next time.